Alright guys, welcome to this video, which is going to be the part 2 of the video on how to create about page for a blog website. And as you know that the previous video we did is regarded as part 1 of this video. And what we did in that previous video was adding this about us hero section. Then include this group section that contains the media and text elements, just as you can see my profile picture and the content. But let's suppose that you want to add other content under here, like paragraphs and more images. And with that, I will assume you are here on your about us page and you have also logged on to your WordPress dashboard. And as you have done so, just come up there and click on edit page. So now here, as I said, we are going to be adding content under here. Okay, so for that, as we are here now, I will come up and click on the Gutenberg element toggle icon. Now I will scroll down to design and select group by clicking on it. Now choose one column group and click on it again. Then now it's active here on your page. Then I'll click on the add block icon. Now first of all, I select heading. So here I can call the heading anything of my choice. Like for example, I will say my mission. Then I will click on the heading and come up here on the H2 and change it to H3. But if you like, you can also leave it on H2, but don't make it H1. Okay. So now under the heading, I'm going to add a paragraph. So for that, I come up here and click on the element icon again, then select paragraph. Now you can see it down here. Now I'll copy a dummy text, or you just come up with something about your mission. So now I've added my mission. Then what I'm going to do is to copy it to add another text by calling it visions. So I come under it and paste it. Then on the heading of this one, I'm going to change it to visions. So perfect. Now under it, I might want to add something that will have icons on them. So that is why I will come up here and click on the Gutenberg element icon again. Then come down and choose group. Now select one column group, leaving the group here under the last paragraph. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to click on the add block icon. Then now I choose heading. Then on the heading, I can say things I like to do, for example, and come up to the H2 and change it also to H3. Then come over and click on the align text and choose align text to center. So now after that, I'm going to come up here and click on the Gutenberg element toggle icon again. Then now I come down to design also and choose columns this time around. So now on this one, I am going to choose this 33 by 33 equal split column. And now you can see it here. Then we are going to click on each respective column to add element on them. So now I'm going to go ahead and click on the add block icon. Now I am going to search for icon, but at the time of recording this video, they don't yet have a tool to add icon here on Gutenberg, except adding only social icons, and that is not what we want. In the type of icon we want, there is only two methods you can use to do it. And the first one is, for example, you click here and select image. So now you go to Font Awesome websites. Here we can just go ahead and click on the search icon, then search for plain, for example. So let's say we go ahead and select any one of our choice. But mind you, so many of them here are for pro versions. But we can go ahead and select this first one. Now come up here and click on download. Now as it's now downloaded, then come back here now and click on upload and select the image and click on open. Then you will see the plain image you have just downloaded from Font Awesome website. Now you can go ahead and come over here at the right panel and click on the styles tab. If you like, you can make the edges rounded. But one thing I want to show you here is that if you want to change the plain to another color, that there is no method on how to do that. That is why I do not suggest using this method, because if you click on the duotone filters now, this is all you can see. So definitely this is not what we want. So for that, I am going to delete this. So the second method on how to include a font icon to your web page is by using a plugin. So that is why I will come over here now and navigate down to plugins. So that is why I will first of all come up here and update this. Then come over here by the left panel and navigate to plugins. Now click on add new plugin. Now here in the plugin search input, I'm going to search for icons. Then you will be presented with many plugins that can generate icons for you. But we can get what we need from this, the icon block. And as you can see, it is also compatible with our version of WordPress. So now I'm going to go ahead and click on install now to install it. Now, after installation, I will click on activate. So now that the plugin is activated, let's come back here on our about page editing section. So back here, now I am going to click on this image. Now click on this three dots hamburger icon and come down and delete the image. Then go ahead and click on the add block icon so that I can add that icon again. Now I search for icon. Then if you remember earlier time when we searched for icon here, we were only able to see only social icons. But because we have been able to install that icon block plugin, that is why we can be able to see this new icon tool here. So for that, I click on it. Here now, I will come down here and click on insert custom SVG. So once we are here, what I'm going to do is to go back to that Font Awesome website. Back here, we click on this plane that we used before. So once we are here, what we are going to do is that we are going to come up here and click on the SVG tab. Now, this is the SVG code. So you just have to click on it to copy it. Now that is copied, then go back to about page here and paste the SVG code here. Now you can see the plain preview now by the right window here. Then now I will come down and click on insert custom icon. You can see the icon is now added here. So now I will come by the side here and increase or decrease the width by, let's say for example, if I say 120, you can see this is how it looking, but I think it's a bit bigger. So I'm going to say something like 90. So that is perfect. Now I will come up here on the toolbar. Then because I want to align or justify this plane to the center of that column. So for that, if I come up here to the toolbar, what we are going to do is to click on this next icon to justify it. So as we click it, we come here and select justify items center. Now you can see it is now justified or aligned to the center of that particular column. So next, I will add a heading under this plain icon. So for that, I come up here and click on the Gutenberg element toggle icon. Now I come here and choose heading. So now you can see it under here. Then I will give it a test by saying something like traveling. Then I'll come up to the toolbar and click on the H2. Then change it to H4. Now click on the align text icon. Then change it to align text to center. So that's perfect. So now next, as you see here, there is a big space between this plain image and the heading. So for that, I'm going to reduce this space. And that is why to remove the space, I am going to first of all come here and click on the document overview. And here now we are going to select the column. Now I'm going to come over here and click on the styles tab. Then come down here to the block spacing. I will make sure I reduce it. As you see, if I reduce it, then there will be no space again. But I needed a little space. So that is why I'm going to take it to 2. And with that, if you look here on the structure here, you can see that starting from this group, which is the group that harbors all these elements, starting from these things I like to do heading. So now on that group, I'm going to give it a background image. So that is why I will click on the group to select it. Now I'll come over here by the right panel here and click on the styles tab. Now come down here and click on the background color palette. Now choose any color of my choice. For example, I choose this one and click on the color box up here. Now reduce the transparency a little bit, just like this. So perfect. Now The next thing I'm going to do is to make the group a full width. So that is why I will come up here to the toolbar here. As long as the group is selected, I will come here and click on the align icon. Now come down and choose full width. So perfect. Now it is made full width. Then as you see the structure here, like you know that we have 3 columns here. So that is why if you see here, let me toggle this up first. Then under group, we have things I like to do, which is the heading. And under that heading, we have columns. If you expand it, we have 3 columns. And that 3 columns are these columns you see here. As you can see, it's remaining 2. We have added elements on this first column. That is why if you toggle it down, you see the icon element and the heading element under it. So remaining these 2. And instead of us to go inside each column and start styling them one by one, of which with that, it will take us a lot of time to do. So that is why I will style everything on one column. Then I will go ahead and duplicate it into 3. Then after that, I can delete these two that I don't need again. So now what I'm going to do first is let's come up here and click on updates. Now go over to your website now and click on the about page. And as you can see, this is how it's looking. And this is the content we are adding now. And we have made it a full width. So going back to our about page editor here. So now what I'm going to do is to come back to these columns, as in duplicating this first column here. So that is why on this first column that we have added elements into it, I will come here and click on the 3 dot hamburger options for column. Now come down and choose duplicate. Then I will do the same again to make it 3. Duplicate. And as it's 3 now, we are no longer in need of the 2 remaining columns that are empty, this one that are here. So what I'm going to do is to click on any one of them and click on the 3 dot hamburger options for column. Then come down and select delete. Then same thing on the last one. Come down and select delete. Now, as you can see, the 3 columns have now balanced well. So I'll just go ahead and edit them by adding their heading and the icon image accordingly. So now let me just go ahead and start with this center one. So for that, I will click on the column here, the second column here, and click on the icon. Now, as the icon is selected here, I will go back to the font Elson here. Now, I will search for another icon. So you can search for any icon of your choice, but I'm going to come here and select this coding icon. Now, come up here and click on the SVG tab, then copy the SVG code. Now, go back to our About Us editor page here. So now here, I'm going to come up here and click on Replace. Now come down and click on Add Stroke Edit Custom Icon. Then I'll clean out this one and paste the new one we copied. And you can see the preview here. Then come down and click on Insert Custom Icon. Now perfect, just as you can see the icon here. So the next thing I'm going to do is to click on the heading. Now change the text to the respective heading text by calling this one Web Programming. So nice. Now let's just go ahead and do the same changes in the 3rd column. So first of all, let me go over to the Font Awesome website. Here, I will search for any other icon of my choice. Like for example, I'm going to search for chat. So I'm going to select any one of my choice. Now come up here and click on the SVG tab, copy the SVG code, then come back here. I'm making sure here on the 3rd column that I select the icon. Now, as it's selected, I come up here on the toolbar and click on Replace. Now, come down and click on Add Stroke Edit Custom Icon. Then clean out this one and paste the new SVG code that I've just copied. Now, come down and click on Insert Custom Icon. Then, just as you can see, this is how it's looking. So now, the next thing I'm going to do is to click on the heading and call this one something like trading. So it depends on whatever you want to add. Okay, so perfect. Now if you look here, it seems that the heading, they did not line properly in line. So for that, what I'm going to do is, if you come over here to the document overview, now these columns we are working with, as you can see, these are the three columns. So what I'm going to do is that I'll first of all click and select the first column, then come up here to the toolbar and click on change vertical alignment. Now come down here and click on align bottom, then it will be aligned to the bottom. Then I come down and do the same on the second column by clicking to select it. Come up to the toolbar and click on change vertical alignment, then come down and select align bottom. Same thing on the third one. Come down and select align bottom. So perfect. But should in case one of these icons, let's say one of these icon is bigger than the rest, then as you see, before it was on 90 pixels, but because it's bigger than this ones, so that is why here on the width, I choose this one to be 60. Okay, so now it's looking good as in the same size with other icons. Then the next thing to do is, for example, if I come up here now and click on updates, then go back to my blog website and refresh the page, you can now see this is how our About Us page is looking for now. Then let's suppose you want to add a call to action under here, like for example, that anyone who is reading through your About page might come across it and want to, as regards to advertise with us button we have here, and maybe the person want to advertise with you. So under here, you can have a section that will be a call to action that the person will see as in. If he wants to advertise with us, you can just click on this call to action. So that is why if I come back here now on my About page editor, then I will add another group under this group section. So now what I'm going to do is to come up here and click on this Gutenberg element toggle icon, then come down to design and choose group. Now I'm going to select one column group and click on it again. Then on the group, I'm going to click on the add block icon. Now I'm going to search for cover, and that is it here. I will just click on it to select it. So let's click on the media library here and select any image of our choice to be used as a cover image for this. So that is it here. So now I click on it to write something on it. I'm going to say, if you want to advertise on our website, for example, then I'll come over here under typography and select extra large, but you can select any size of your choice. Then I come up here under text color and click on the text color palette. Then I will change it to white. So perfect. So now I'll click on this cross icon here on the cover image. Now I'm going to search for button. That is it here. I select it. Then I can add the button text, like for example, view plans. Okay. Now I'll come up here and click on change items justification. Now come down and choose justify items center. So as you can see, this is it here. Then now I'll have to include a URL link, and that URL link will be a URL of this particular advertise with us button. So, and we are going to create a page for this. So that is why back here, I'm going to first of all come here and click on update. Now come here by the left panel here and navigate to pages. Then click on add new page. Now this page, I will call it advertise page. Okay, or you call it anything of your choice. So now I'm going to come up here and click on publish, then publish again. Now, if you view this page now, this is the advertise page we just created. So just come up to the browser and copy the URL of this particular page. So now back here, I'm going to click on the button, then come up to the toolbar and click on the link icon. Now paste the URL here and hit enter on my keyboard. So now the next thing is on this cover. So I'm going to select this cover, or I come here and click on the document overview, then come down and select the cover. So now that is selected, I'll come over here and click on the styles tab, then come under here and click on the overlay color palette. Now select black color, then increase the opacity from here more. Just do whatever that suits you, okay? So now, perfect. If you come up here and click on updates and go back to your website again on your about page, then if you come down, so and as you can see, this group or section is not yet a full width. So we are going to make it a full width. So for that, we come back to the about editing page here. Now, I'll first of all click on the group that harbors all these things, both including the cover and the paragraph and button. So I click on the group, I come up here to the toolbar and click on the align button, then come down and choose full width. So in that same hand, I come down and click on the cover, then go up to the toolbar again and click on the align icon. Now come down and choose full width. Now good. So now if you come up here and click on update again, then go back to our website again and refresh this page. You can now see that they are now full width, remaining the margin you see here. So for that, I am going to come back to our about us page here. Then the group that we are going to reduce the margin is going to be this one, the CTA. So that is why I click it. It's selected, as you can see here. Now I'll come by the right here and click on the styles tab. Then come down here to the margin, increase it and reduce it. Perfect. Now come up here and click on update again. Now go back to your website again and refresh this page. Then now you can see that margin has disappeared and your about page is looking perfectly professional, just as you can see. So now going back to our about us editing page here, I am going to go ahead and rename all these groups to give them their names accordingly. And as you see, starting from top, the first one is this. I'll click on it and click on the three dots hamburger options for group. Then come down and click on rename. Now I'm going to call it about us hero section. Then click on save. Same thing on the second one, which is this one. So I am going to click on the three dots hamburger options for group. Then come down and click on rename. Then call it my bio, for example. Now click on save. Same thing on the third one. So same procedure, clicking on the three dots hamburger options for group. Then come down and click on rename. Then call it things I like to do. Then click on save. Then on the fourth one is call to action, which is this. Now I'm going to click the same method again, select rename and call it call to action. Okay, so perfect. Now click on save. So now here, the last thing we are going to do to round up this video is coming down to this button now. You can click on this button, then come over here and click on the styles tab. So here, I'll first of all select outline. Come up here to the text color palette. Click to change the text color to white. So perfect. Now, if you come up here now and click on update, then go back to your website right now and refresh this page. Then now, if you scroll down to the button, you can see this is how your button is now looking, of which if you click on it right now, then you'll be brought to the advertise page, which for now it is still empty, and that will be the focus of the next video on how to design an advertise with us page. Okay, so for that, thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next videos.